When they came from the seas, folded steel in their hands, they burned down our homes and ravaged our land. Akaviri brought nothing but bloodshed and lies. Our families were slain before our eyes. With three separate people, they shared a cujo, a choice between death or the but then
Buying, selling, trading.
what must be done to end the oppression? All three became one. Forged by war, the ebon hearts rose and drove the Akaviri back to the sea. The enemies begged for the mercy they lacked. Three voices as one shouted blood for the pact. Forged by war.
How could anyone, let alone a dark elf, desecrate the shrine of Saint Velos? It's scandalous!
Get yourself a drink. And one for me.
You superstitious? Got work. Hey, swamp bait. There's some work that needs doing that I can't get around to. Interested? Saving some priceless antiquities from being looted. Nobody really knows why the blackguards seized the teeth of Sithis, but this wouldn't be the first time they've gone after priceless relics. The pieces in those temples are irreplaceable. Unlike most of the old ruins around here, the Teeth of Sithis site was still being used. Not for its original purpose, more like a museum of ancient Argonian faith. But the ritual objects there are in better condition than we'll ever see again. Try to be quick about it. If the blackguards get away with those items, tracking them down will be next to impossible. If you need more to go on, find Solny, here in town.
You have seen my postings. Word of Zul Motas staked across Murkmire with dagger and nail. You come for the death hunts? I reveal the obvious. They are hunts for death, or rather deadly things. My tribe puts out the call for warriors to gather and pursue Zul Motas. That is my purpose here. Truth, Varro Hosidius keeps up on our needs as well. Come to either of us, and you may join those who seek out death. You are here now. Is death what you seek? Death comes in many forms. Monsters chief among them, no matter the number of legs. What you face depends on the needs of the Naga core. No matter what we ask of you, you will be tested. Good. I reveal the Zul Mota each day. You gather your warriors, do as I ask. If you survive, you will have the respect of the Naga core and the spoils. I present a task, Kuda. Though help is the last thing the Naga core requires, I offer you the honor of assisting my tribe. Carnivorous plants. The necromancer of Bokzul corrupts harmless plants, turns them into monsters. They spread from the ritual site, endangering the tribe's hunters and gatherers. I need someone to get to the root of the problem and cut it out. I sigh at the innocence of outsiders. Killing plants isn't enough. You must burn the heart roots. Go to Bokzul, burn the corrupted heart roots, and kill the necromancer, Baksiltga. Then the tribe will be safe. For a while. You appear confused. Unusual for Saxleel to take up magic. Even more rare for one to deal with the dead. Argonians exist in the present. Past is dead. Dead is dead. Only the Vish Khalil commune with the dead, and Baksiltga is as crazy as the rest of the ghost people. Bokzul is located to the west. Words mean bowl of death in Argonian tongue. It's an ancient ritual circle, all jumbled rock and stone ruins. Very dark place, very evil, just perfect for a necromancer like Baksiltga. Everything dies, Just some things have a habit of returning from the dead. Very disconcerting. Necromancer might come back. Who can say? Perhaps you can kill him dead. Doesn't hurt to try, unless Baxiltka kills you first. I am a skilled hunter of the Nagakur. You would say dead water in your tongue. Our village of ruthless warriors lies far to the north and west, in the deepest part of the marsh. The Nagakur are a proud, fierce people who distrust outsiders. I reveal a big secret. Skilled hunters use every arrow in their quiver, even the bent and broken ones. Now the Nagakur need help in Bokzul, a perfect task for an outsider. Just beware the necromancer. Baxiltka is as dangerous as a hungry viper. someone in need? When the hunt ends, I express genuine surprise and admiration. Whether the necromancer stays dead, hard to say, but very good that roots were destroyed. The Nagakur do not hug or show any kind of affection toward outsiders. Instead, take this reward and go away.
You show the Dominion at low water. Bag, you suckers, bag.
All right, Chuksu. Good day, traveler. Is there something I can, help you with? Is it that obvious? Yes, I am. Well, no, not really. I've come to ask Sulakish, a former agent of the Shadow Scales, to help arbitrate a dispute. But speaking to an assassin, even a retired one, is a terrifying prospect, to say the least. Well, if you don't mind, to introduce the issue, if nothing else. The dispute is between Nurhe and Pahisa, who both claim rights to a nearby salt rice farm. They've already both agreed to accept Sulakish's decision. Thank you, Miko. You've at least given me time to work up some nerve. And please, be mindful to show Sulakish only respect. It would be best not to invoke her anger given her past affiliations. Both defendants claim inheritance of a salt rice farm previously owned by the now deceased Kimaru. Nurhe, a local trader, claims the farm as collateral for debts owed. Pahesa, egg-sister to the deceased, claims it by familial association. The Saxleal of Murkmire don't exactly have laws as understood by outsiders. Small disputes are handled by an arbiter of both parties' choosing. This could be anyone, though it tends to be the tribe's tree minder. I worked for Kimaru for several years. As a neutral third party with an interest in the farm's well-being, I volunteered to arbitrate. Unfortunately, all attempts at negotiation have failed so far. I worked for Kimaru and her alone. While Pahesa was present, she did little to help the farm. I barely even spoke to her before this dispute. I just want the farm to be in good hands. Simply put, the Shadow Scales are an order of assassins that have been present in Blackmarsh since time immemorial. Among the Saxhleel, they are both feared and respected. Sulakish is of an advanced age, which is a rarity within her order. The Shadow Scales serve Blackmarsh in many ways. Their role in our society is much more nuanced than mere killers. They help keep the natural order of things, as it were. Sulakish has simply decided to take a more direct approach to that role. I don't believe so. Their order may be secretive about their practices, but I doubt many are so open about their judgments. However, Sulakish has now granted Lilmoth her wisdom many times. She will see the right path. In this, I have faith. The wind sings a song of foul weather. You should prepare, Biko.
Stronger than I remember. Must have lost more blood than I thought. You think vampires drink? Don't say it. I'm not talking about blood.
I can't see why they would.
Don't drink? No wonder they're trying to end the world. Miserable, rotten life that is. I'd bash my brains out if... Oh, this bar always wobbles so much.
No need to come any closer, stranger. I can hear you just fine from there. Yet you are not Chukzu. Lost his nerve, did he? He may have a way with words, but still lacks the will to speak them. A shame. I will help with this dispute, but need you to be my eyes. As you can plainly see, I lost my sight long ago. I need evidence if I'm to properly judge. Speak with the two claimants, Norhe and Paheza. Seek their truths, yes, but also their lies. Both will help my decision. It also wouldn't hurt to check the farm itself. The midge lingers. Do you seek anything else? Naturally. Speak. We are ones born under the shadow, trained as assassins and given over to the Dark Brotherhood. Those of us fortunate to live long lives, however, must learn to serve Sithis in other ways. So I have become a Kuvaste, an agent of needed change. Many think of death as an end. This is only partially correct. Death is also a beginning, a cycle turned again. The Shadow Scales see this more clearly than most, and so we are tasked with sharing our wisdom with others. Sometimes, quite suddenly. Disputes stem from a refusal to accept change. This creates stagnation. A stuttering tongue cannot be trusted to say what must be said. Sometimes, the words can be coaxed into being. Other times, it must be cut from the mouth. Right to the point. Tell me, how old do you think I am? Oh, I like you. Yes, I am very old. With age came the loss of my vision. Now I honor Sithis through my guidance of others, rather than my blades.
Shunate, you'll haunt me no more. For my heart is the bird that has learned to soar. Shunate, I will ascend. For all that has begun, one day must end.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
What do you want? That sniveling little slug. Chuksu was supposed to handle this himself. Well, what more do you want to know? The farm was my egg sister's, so it belongs to me now. A fair claim by anyone's standards, I would think. No. But why would she need to? Of course she would want me to have the farm. All I want is to sell the damn place and move on with my life. Look, it's all I have left. That and Kimaru's grave stake by the docks. Her memorial, of course. When a Saxleel dies, their lives are honored with the carvings on their grave stakes. If you're so curious about who my sister is, why don't you go look for yourself?
Have you heard that Zero
This is odd, stranger.
to obtain the golden skull of Ulakar?
Up two, duck toads, and watch your step. This pier is made from wicker and prayers.
I think I pulled something.
I told you to stretch beforehand, you oaf. And don't go thinking you can convince me to rub your aching back when we're done.
I've no time to chat. It is a busy day, and I need to make sure this shipment is off before the next tide. Take your business elsewhere. The Shadow Scale? I see. My claim on that farm is as watertight as my trading vessels. Kimaru, may she be at peace with the Hist, owed me several debts before she departed. That farm acts as collateral. It is as simple as that. We were business associates. I would buy her salt rice crop and sell it in far-off Senchal. The cats like to put moon sugar on it. When Kimaru fell on hard times, I offered a loan. Unfortunately, she died before it could be repaid. That skooma-addled Kuda couldn't tend a crop if her scales depended on it. She may be Kimaru's egg sister, but she cares nothing for that salt rice farm. It would be run into the muck before the next season. Of this I have no doubt. As the Dryskins would say, an idiot. You have but to speak to Pahesa once to see the truth in my words.
What?
Did you bring more wine?
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles. Down deep within the swamp. Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
Really? Artifacts have been lost for centuries.
Stronger
Do
than
not
I
be a
remember.
limp fish.
Must have lost more
You
blood
did
than I
right
thought.
coming to me. I sense there are more
think
coils to
vampires
this snake than a mere property dispute.
I'm not talking about blood.
Welcome back. Your footfalls have a very peculiar quality, did you know? You bear much weight on your shoulders, I sense. No doubt you have spoken to the claimants. Tell me, what have you learned? Ah, and from what Chuksu has told me, she also plans to sell the farm, most likely to pay off the debts she undoubtedly has with such a habit. What of Nurhe? And so it all comes together. Paheza steals from her egg sister to pay off her debt to Nurhe. The salt rice farm suffers as a result. Nurhe uses this to his advantage and forces Kimaru into debt as well. The answer is now clear. The two parties must meet. Acquire oil from both a mature bog willow and a perfumed snapper. You must keep these oils separate, of course. Give the bark oil to Nurhe and the snapper oil to Paheza. It is a shadow scale custom. The oils help separate those who cling from that which they cling to. In this case, a dispute which has lasted far too long. Have patience. Soon all will be clear. Have both Nurhe and Paheza rub the oil into their scales and tell them to meet at the town's entrance. There, the matter will finally be put to rest. In Murkmire, the decision of a shadow scale is absolute. Chukzu may have sun-blessed intentions, but one cannot merely ask an eel to fly. It must be pierced by an arrow and shot upwards. This you shall see.
Strikes me blind. If I'm to move ahead, I can't look behind.
Joy, anger, misery. They will come, and they will pass, as all things must one day pass. Know that truth, and you shall know Zithis.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated and hostile to outsiders.
Professor, can you tell us what an Uzif Biko is? I've overheard some Argonians referring to it, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, it's a term used for a ritual partner that performs,
In the dry-skin tongue, you would say nest friend. I am sure you can draw the meaning of such words. You are scholars, after all.
know what might jump out of the murk to kill you. So, you decided to take up my invitation, followed me all the way out to the middle of nowhere. I'm flattered, and you're lucky.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no
Ah, my esteemed Biko. I'm sure you come with good tidings. After all, my claim is as strong as the roots of the Hist. What? Rub oil into my scales? Whatever for? Negotiate? Is the matter not settled? All right. I'm not foolish enough to go against the Shadow Scale's command. Besides, my words are sure to sway all present. Good luck getting Baheza to even bother attending. Or even speaking her case coherently, for that matter. Oh, not surprising. We wrote a lot of letters to each other. Baheza would often conduct business on behalf of her egg-sister. Just what do you think you're implying? You listen to me, Mudfish, and you listen well. My business is all above board, and I do not give one lick of a toad's backside what you think you found. Now go jump on the bog.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
You again, here to tell me the shadows negotiate with that spineless Kuda. Fine. Besides, it's about time that someone put Nurhe in his place. There's no doubt that this shadow scale will agree with my claim. What's this? Smells like perfume. I'll do as the shadow scale asks, of course. Not stupid enough to go against her wishes. And I'll attend the meeting too. Make no mistake. Finally, a chance to put Nurhi in his proper place. I hope the shadow scale makes him eat his tongue. And I hope he chokes on it. Oh, so you finally caught wind of the truth, did you? Nurhi's the whole reason I'm like this, you know. Gave me my first bottle of skooma free of charge. The bottles afterward, of course, were plenty costly. What do you know? Who are you to judge me? It was different before, you know. I had a life, I had a family, and now I have nothing. Nothing but a muddy scrap of land that might let me finally move on from this swamp pit. Then stop accusing. Oh, what do you know? Shut up! Just go away! I won't hear another word of this!
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Sitting beneath.
Thank you both for agreeing to this negotiation.
Of course. Far be it from me to deny the wisdom of a shadow scale.
Oh, please. Let's just get this over with.
Before we begin negotiations, I want the two of you to shake hands, amicably, to show your good intentions in coming here.
What happened? What did you do?
What was asked of me, I resolved their dispute. I entrust the farm to you, Chukzu. You do best to not disappoint me. And so, the farm now belongs to one who is worthy of it. I'd much rather pass such judgment with my own hands, of course. But at my age, this is the best I can manage. I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly. That is all. My rulings are always just, though not always pleasant. I thank you for your aid in the matter. Here, a reward is only fitting. In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. That which must be, shall be. It seems the midge dislikes my judgment. Weeds choke the garden, and so they are uprooted. The limb begins to wither, and so it is cut away. Perhaps, but in the name of Sithis, to have the admiration of a midge. Should I be honored? Truly, you must be acquainted with many who hold your opinion to quite a high standard. But I act from the will of the Dread Father, and he alone. Your words hold no weight.
I think I have to lie down for a moment. And after that, it's off to get the farm back in order. Let's just hope I can honor Kimaru's dedication. Elsewise, well, I don't want to think about the elsewise.
Okay.
My hatchling lives because of you.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmon is a merchant.
Is this on straight?
steps forward, 2 steps back. Just a quarter or 2. Feels like I've been at this forever. Help me turn my luck.
I don't like to talk.
It's always the same day after day. Feels like I've been at this forever. Too much to do and too little time.
Get yourself a drink. And one for me.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zanmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good. Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me recover the Kajinjak crystal and saved the entire expedition many times over. Without you, we'd certainly be dead. Please, take this payment with my compliments. Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business. It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dainia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Baka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. They were looking for the remnant of Argon. A legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dainia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him? Zukas' message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm dabbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful. Oh, certainly. Zukas enjoys friendly relationships with practically everyone, even the Nagas. Some of Lilmoth's investors see him as a bit of a swindler, but that's rooted in their ignorance of Argonian culture more than anything else. The Nagas are a breed of Argonians. I guess breed is the term. Sounds a bit offensive, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, let's just say they're a different kind of Argonian. The Deadwater tribe is a Naga group, but tribeless Nagas wander all over Murkmire. Hostile? Well, I mean, they're certainly aggressive, but hostile has all kinds of connotations I'd rather avoid. What matters is they react with violence to practically any intrusion. For instance, they abducted me once about a year ago. Well, one of my expeditions took a brief detour into Deadwater territory. They took us as hostages almost immediately. I tried to impress upon them my deep love and admiration for Argonian culture. They broke my arm in 3 places, tied me to a raft, and sent me headfirst down Hukep Falls. Luckily, I'm a strong swimmer. I'm casting them in a very poor light. Honestly, if you can see past the idle cruelty, they're really quite pleasant. Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Eshraf and Dainia only knew its name, and now they've probably been kidnapped. Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the Remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minders whisper about it when they think no one's listening. It's tucked away in poems and songs. It's always there, just below the surface. Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet discoveries, all the opportunists crawl out of their holes to take their nibbles. All the folktales imply that the Remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist, but the rest is pretty murky. Songs about the Remnant almost always end with a hero plucking it from the roots of a tree and ushering in a new golden age. Others... well, some of the songs end with an unworthy snake swallowing the Remnant and turning into a hideous giant that ravages the land for 100 seasons. So, keep an eye out for snakes.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Belakar?
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Pico! Can we speak? I have a business opportunity. Ah, clutch sibling from a distant shore. I have a business opportunity that I think will intrigue you. Much profit. Will you hear me out? Increased business for me, extra gold for you. I believe the Imperials call it a win-win situation. The prominent trader Captain Jimala arrived in port. If we can convince her to export my Vosa Satas, the possibilities for profit are endless. The instrument of my people. For many Argonians, the dulcet croaks of a Vosa Sata remind them of the sounds of home. Act as my envoy and bring this opportunity to Captain Jimala. Help me secure a trade agreement and I will compensate you. First, we must learn everything we can about Captain Jimala and how to make a good impression. Talk to people who have dealt with her before, such as Tolwyn, Claus the Ghost, and Rujawan. I'll catch up. You have worked with the legendary Khajiit Sea Captain? Pico, the sun truly shines on me today. Even so, I do not want a deal that's purely dependent on her goodwill toward you. We need to prove that I'm a worthy trade partner. Appearances, Biko, appearances. Jimala travels the world and has refined tastes. One cannot simply walk up to her and offer their wares like a wandering merchant. No, we must make a good first impression. And to do that, I need you to serve as my envoy. Of course, outsiders respond better to people they see as important.
We're partners, equals in this endeavor. Serving as my envoy is for appearances only. It makes us both look good and improves our chances to secure a deal with the captain.
Welcome to Lilmoth, friend. Is that a shrewd and discerning gaze I detect? I know a fellow entrepreneur when I meet one. I'm a financier, you see, and I have an exciting business proposition, if you're interested, of course. The Khajiit Sea Captain, huh? Everyone wants to work with Jimala. I met her a few months ago. I needed a reliable ship to carry Alikiri trade goods, no small thing, what with the war and all. Jimala made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Impress her? No, that wasn't how I got close to the sea captain. No, I showed her courtesy and respect. I deferred to her expertise and let her suggest the best way we could work together. That's how I caught Jimala's eye.
Clear the rubble of my hate and woe. I'll release these dark thoughts that cloud my mind. I'll leave what has been behind. Shoot a day, oh shoot a day, you'll haunt me no more. For my heart is the bird that has learned to soar.
You don't look like you require protection, Sharptooth. You need something, or is this a social call? And if I killed someone you knew, remember that I'm a mercenary. It wasn't personal. It was just business. Neshdika, the instrument crafter? Interesting. Sure, I know the captain. She hires me to escort her around the marsh sometimes. Matter of fact, I provided protection when she was last in port. I heard she's back, but I haven't spoken to her. Often enough to put a few meals on the table. The captain can handle herself, but she recognizes the value of local talent. Hiring a sellsword like me provides her with someone who speaks the language and knows the native customs. I did my job and made sure to follow the captain's commands to the letter. Captain Jimala appreciates a no-nonsense approach to my kind of work. I handle the rough stuff, but I never instigate trouble. I solve problems, I don't cause them. No surprise there. I'm what the locals call a Lukial Argonian, an out-of-towner. Basically, Argonians who leave the swamp and live among the dryskins, as well as those born in other regions. You get a few suspicious looks from the locals, the Naga in particular, but for the most part we're more or less left alone. Honestly, it'd be hard-pressed to find an Argonian in Murkmire who really resents much of anything. Yeah, except for the pity everyone shows me. The locals can't imagine life away from the Hist. I'd be lying if I said there was nothing to it. Out in Alikir, I rarely even thought about the Hist. Now that I'm here, I actually miss it. It's weird.
Why do you laugh?
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
Yes?
Is there something I can do for you, Ogel? What is this really about, outsider? Are you trying to intrude upon my business? I assure you, Captain Jimala knows a rogue and a cheat when she sees one. That's why we have such an ironclad agreement. Ah, Neshdika must have employed you as an envoy. Very clever. Know that Captain Jimala is a shrewd negotiator, but a fair partner. Speak true and bargain in good faith. That will earn you the respect of the Master of the Prowler. Yes, the Prowler. Captain Jimala's ship.
New partner, come, speak with me.
If it weren't for your heroism and
my friend and partner. Were you able to find out about Captain Jimala's likes and dislikes? Anything that will improve our chances to make a deal would be helpful. Well then, we should have little trouble. I am all those things and more when it comes to business. We just need to complete a Vosa Sattel so we can present it to the good captain. That is sure to convince her to deal with us. You can gather the frogs while I put the finishing touches on the instrument. We'll need mossfoot croakers, ruby hoppers, indigo tree frogs, and sun-blessed toads. Here, I wrote everything down so you won't have to remember all the details. What do they teach Argonians where you come from? We need the frogs for the Vosa Sattel. They produce its sweet-sounding melodies. The note explains how to catch each frog. Once you have them all, return to my shop, and we'll finish the instrument. Ask, and I'll do my best to answer. Partners must be completely honest with each other. Providing detailed explanations is just the mushroom on the log when it comes to total honesty. The frogs are the heart of the Vosa Sattel. Each little croaker, when nestled in its chamber inside the instrument, adds its voice to create the melodious sound. Happy frogs produce the most harmonious and joyful sounds. Imagine being pampered and cared for in a safe, comfortable environment, singing alongside your closest and dearest friends. That's the life of a Vosa Sattel frog. Every nest inside the instrument is warm and moist, full of mud and tasty treats. Mossfoot croakers nest in the reeds that grow along the shore east of Lilmoth. These playful frogs have no natural predators. They eagerly greet visitors. I suggest you gather these green little fellows first, as they are easiest to catch. Second, seek out the ruby hoppers. These red frogs like to sun themselves on stones around Lilmoth. Approach cautiously, however, or the ruby hopper will run. Once frightened, they often hide by the big tree at the center of town. Ah, the indigo tree frog. It nests high up in the trees, but loves the taste of flesh flies. Find the right trees, gather some insects, and release them beneath the branches. When the blue frogs hop down to feast, simply grab them. Sun-blessed toads. They nest in mud pits, emerging every few seasons to mate. To lure them out, make a musk out of stench sedge, salt rush, and joy mallow. Find a pit that has a croak wheel and pour the musk on yourself. Then just turn the wheel. I'll be in my shop, preparing the Vosa Sattel. See you soon, partner.
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
I heard. Seems they finally found their way into the Sonagiva Zanmir. Lucky them.
Sonagiva? Didn't that place just collapse? They're lucky they made it out alive.
A new hire saved them all from a certain death, or so I hear. It's about time Cassandra got someone competent on her payroll.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
Though the Saxleal generally choose to live in tribes based around the history, though the Saxleal generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmar is a merchant.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
Ah, is that the aroma of toad musk I smell? How delightful! I hope you were gentle with the little croakers. They need to be calm and relaxed to produce the most pleasing sounds. So they are! How good of you to join us, little croakers. Let's go inside, Rico. Our happy chorus must be fitted into the Vosa saddle. I envy them their new lives of pampered luxury. We should all be so lucky. Welcome to your new home, my little friends. Now let's listen to how it sounds. Pure perfection! Take this masterpiece to Captain Jimala with my compliments. That should secure us a deal. Our little friends are happy, I am happy, and Captain Jimala will be happy very soon. Oh, sun-filled day! Remember, when the captain asks you who created this masterpiece, shout my name with great enthusiasm. Neshtika, the pride of Lilmad. Of course, I always keep an ear hole open for important information such as that. Last I heard, Captain Jimala was drinking at the tavern. Go to her, present yourself as my envoy, give her the Vosa saddle, and get her to agree to export them.
Your eyes are as lovely as money puddles. How deep within this wall?
Stronger than I remember. Must have lost more blood than I thought.
I'm surprised to see you in this part of the world, old friend. Not that I'm complaining. It's always good to see you. But what are you doing in this land of mud and bugs? Intriguing. Deals keep bringing me back to this swamp after all. So many captains consider Lilmot to be beneath their notice. But their loss is my gain. Very well, speak. What's your proposition? Vosa, what now? Tell me more, envoy. What is this contraption and why should I care? The sound of home. Yes, I can see the profit in that. I target tavern owners with Argonian clientele. But what sort of instrument is this? I've never seen anything like it. I think what you said will make more sense after another couple of drinks. Still, it's exotic, I'll give it that. And I love a good challenge. Very well. Tell Neshtika we have a deal. Let's start with 5 of these and see how they sell.
That cloud my mind. I'll leave what has been behind. Shunate, Shunate will haunt me no more.
So, tell me, friend partner, was Captain Jimala impressed? Will she sell my Vosa saddles in far-off lands? The sun shines on my scales. 5 Vosa saddles. I am going to need so many frogs. No worries, Miko. I will gather the little croakers myself. The next few days will be very busy, but very profitable. Speaking of profit, this is for you. Thank you.
Does your purse grow heavy, Biko? Why not leave your treasures with us? Welcome to Lil...
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
What? Really? Why, that artifact has been lost for centuries.
Stronger than I remember. Must have lost more blood than I thought.
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go! If you're looking for a good show, you're in the wrong place. This game makes no Tuscan sense.
Ah, Sun's blessings, Biko. You come to discuss friend Famia's missing explorers, yes? Only the scent of conspiracy. But for now, the scent is enough. The Dragonstar Caravan Company, a dishonest flock of thugs and traitors, funnels information to someone outside Lilmoth. Notes on Cyrodiilic Collection's business dealings, I think. Not yet, but that is soon to change. The orc Lozwug, who watches my Eggkin play Tiba Inu, he serves the Dragonstar Caravan Company. A courier, I think. He carries a letter filled with his tradekin's secrets. With your help, I will take it. I do not need to convince you. That is good, if a little disconcerting. Lozwug shows loud, obnoxious interest in our game Tiba Inu. Ask him to explain the rules. While he growls and rants, I will take the letter from his pocket. Simple, I think.
Are you gonna play or what? What's the holdup? Tiba Inu? Tah, more like Tiba, stupid. This game's a joke. No tusk jabs, no eye gouges, just a bunch of rolling around and tail swinging. I have got no tusking idea, neither do these lizards. When I got here, they were all just lying there. Then all of a sudden, half of them stood up and started slapping their tails, croaking like mad and kicking balls around. I don't know, half a dozen maybe? They were bouncing them off that rock, and then the other team started hooting and slapping their chests like monkeys. They rushed the hill, formed a circle around a rock, and started standing on their heads. They started singing. Then one of them shouted, "Enu!" and everyone flopped over like they were dead. They laid there for 15 minutes, then the game was over, I guess. Tusking nonsense. If that's a sport, I'm a hearthwife's dustpan.
Very well done. You must be half-river boa, Biko. Loswug looked hypnotized. No, I give you too much credit. He has a brain like a bone trout. But my tongue wanders. Let me read this. Oh, yes, this may rattle the cattails. It is not just notes on business dealings. It is a description of friend Famia, where she walks, who she speaks with, what she eats, and so on. I had no idea she ate so many snails. On Famia and her explorer kin also, I think. We cannot be sure, though. Simple Loswug carried only this letter. I know a place where more information can be found, but you will have to go alone. The Dragonstar Depot in Lilmoth. I leased them the land. They were very pleased, until it sunk. Now they slop around in there like angry mudmoles. No one is welcome, least of all me. If you sneak into the depot, you may find more clues. I should tell you, the Dragonstar Dryskins are not over fond of uninvited guests. If they see you, they will probably shout or ring bells or run in silly circles, so be cautious. And please try not to kill anyone. It always leads to headaches. It is like I said before, I wish to keep friend Famia safe. Ha! So you know about the Remnant too. Some rumors are like willow vipers, Biko. Well hidden and best left alone. A conversation for another time, I think. In the chilly lake we call negotiation, a good reputation is like a sturdy raft. A bad reputation is like a stone tied to your tail. Saxhleel do not drown, but it is very difficult to see at the bottom of a lake. I am sorry, this is a poor metaphor. Yes, as the depot is sinking, the fence up against the swamp is in poor repair. There is a spot near the back of the camp where you can get in, but not out. This may be better than going in the front, yes? Here, I'll mark the spot on your map. It started with Domitia Nausicaa. She oversees the Dragonstar Caravan Company's affairs here in Murkmire. We made a bargain, a land deal. I negotiated in good faith, but she was lazy and inattentive, and so missed key details. Yes, she and her tradekin arrived during the dry season. She told me that they wished to build a trade depot on the Fen Island south of Lilmoth. I agreed to lease the land in exchange for the return of some treaties her company acquired years ago. I paper the walls of my home with evidence of dryskin treachery. That is a joke. Documents hold power in the Ojel world, especially old documents. Taken alone, they are mostly worthless, but combined with threat of conflict, they can be useful. Has it been so long since you licked the tree, Eggkin? Ojel. People who do not speak our root tongue. A kinder word for outsider. Well, not so kind in some circles. The Deadwater tribe uses this word like a knife. For Domitia? Yes. The island flooded, as it always does during the wet knee season. She grew furious, called me a swindler. Now they throw rocks at me any time I stray near the depot. Luckily, I am very swift, and they are very stupid.
Ma'am?
Guards on their way. Get out.
Hey, you! Who are you? What are you doing in there?
Inu kal soku hoto grill. Why would you steal from me?
Success? Do not let my lack of dancing and cheering fool you. I am very impressed. I did not think you would secure the clues we need so quickly. How did you fare in there? That is good. Taking a life closes more doors than it opens. A valuable lesson that goes largely unheeded by the Lilmoth Oljel and my Naga cousins. But again, my tongue wanders. We should discuss Famia's lost friends. What did you find? The blackguards? Kayak. They are a cruel bunch. Mostly tribeless Nagas and dry-skin Ojels. So, the Dragonstar Caravan Company provides spy reports to the blackguards. Then the blackguards snatch up the explorers when they stray outside the city walls. It is Deadwater make, but a Deadwater Naga would never give up a weapon willingly. Perhaps the blackguards tried to abduct Deadwater warriors too. I cannot be sure. I have heard nothing, but the Deadwater tribe never admits weakness. My doubt spine quivers, but there is only one way to find out. I will send word to my Deadwater friend, Jaxic Orn. You should return to Famia. Tell her what we discovered and encourage her to stay indoors. She will be safer there, I think. A murder in the heart of Lilmuth? Yes, that would be Jaxic Orn, I think. A call or war captain of the Deadwater tribe. Perhaps she came looking for that weapon you recovered. Jaxic and I are good friends. She would never admit it, though. Yes, why would I not be? Things are not so simple here, Biko. Naga warriors kill and kidnap and steal, yes. But we are all children of the root. If the Hist wills it, Jaxic might even kill me eventually. But she will still be my friend. Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, there are no guarantees with the Deadwater tribe. It is like dealing with one of your stray bark dogs, I think. Scratch its chin right, it will listen. Scratch its chin wrong, it will rip out your throat.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmont is a merchant town mostly rich.
The tree takes in its nourishment no matter the source it comes from. So too do I accept that which you have acquired.
You're back. Excellent! Did you find Zukas? Any word on my missing explorers? Blackguards? Oh, those ill-mannered brutes are the worst kind of trouble. I have more unwelcome news. Our companions, Zadaza and Kirsteleth, have also gone missing. Zadaza went to conduct her own investigation. Kirsteleth decided to tag along. Really? I can't imagine that they'd be enthusiastic about helping us, but I suppose Zukas would know best. Before you go, would you mind sharing what you've learned with someone else? Cyrodiilic Collection's primary benefactor is just upstairs. Oh, goodness. I never even mentioned her before, did I? Her name is Cassandra, a wealthy antiquarian of great renown. She's been an invaluable partner, just like you. If you'll just follow me upstairs, I'll... Oh, wait. Here she is now.
So, this is the adventurer you mentioned, Famia. Excellent. Greetings. I am Cassandra. I regret that it's taken me so long to make your acquaintance. Famia told me all about your heroics in the Zanmir. Speaking of heroics, thank you for trying to find our lost explorers. Abducted by blackguards, were they? Very well. I do hope you will exercise caution. The blackguards are not particularly bright, but what they lack in intellect they make up for in brute strength. Our friend Zukas, for all his many virtues, is not a warrior. Yes, I'm familiar with Jack Sigorn, a very proud warrior. Hopefully, not too proud. If we have common cause with the Deadwater tribe, it only makes sense to cooperate. Compromise and collaboration rest at the very heart of all great endeavors. Blackguards. Unwelcome news, isn't it, Whiptail?
I'll handle it. Give me 2 hours.
No. Our new friend has the situation well in hand.